Hello and welcome to part 2 of our Salem adventure. We are starting the day off today. Mary is in Starbucks getting some early breakfast. It's about 9:10, and we actually scored some tickets to the Witch House, which is so freaking awesome. Very, very hard to get tickets to, but even though in the last vlog we were saying, hey, it's booked out for the entire month of October, a little bit of a pro tip, you can actually book day of tickets to these places if you're lucky. Mary woke up like right at 8 o'clock and got the tickets, so we were able to get 2 tickets for 10 a.m. today. So we're grabbing a quick breakfast. I just grabbed a granola bar, and then we're going to go right to Salem and try to get into the Witch House. But our list today is kind of knocking off all of the hocus pocus spots. And it's funny because a lot of those we were like right next door to yesterday, and we just didn't have like the nice map layout to figure out where they were. But they were right there. So today we're actually going to go take some pictures and all that good stuff. And the one museum I couldn't get day of tickets today, that was the Salem Witch Museum. I guess it's the most frequented museum that Salem has. Drinking a Ghost once more today. This one is the orange cream. The ghosts are just kind of keeping me going right now. So I am drawn to the strange, to the conspiracy stuff, and I find the Satanic Temple here very interesting in the way of conspiracies and just kind of like what the fuck sort of thing. And I was trying to convince Mary to go and kind of do a little freedom foil, like scope out what the hell is going on there, because it's actually the international headquarters of the satanic situation right here in Salem. And yeah, so trying to do some investigative journalism, if you will, but Mary is not about it one bit, and I don't blame her. She's like, you don't want to be messing with that stuff. And I think she's very much right. And so we are going to probably hold off. We're going to try to find some parking and then go to this witch house. The morning in Salem is much different than the evening of Salem. We finally found a little bit better parking, the South Harbor parking garage. We're making our way to the witch house now.
Oh, that I did see.
That got me too. Yeah, he does. It's too early, my guy.
Yeah, we gotta add this to the list. 4 Ocean Avenue.
Yes. Immediate impressions of the witch house.
So cool.
Very cool. So happy we got to get in there. Really hard to get in. Everyone's waiting, but wild. Fill you guys more in later, but let's actually make our way to the really cool mansion. I'll keep talking.
Dude, I'm shocked that we got tickets.
I know it.
You know,
right?
And that, sorry guys.
Nope.
When that lady was like, "What's your secret?" I'm like, "Oh shit, this was."
Yeah. Whoa. That's the first church. Check this out. Whoa.
It looks like a castle.
It does. I wonder how to get in for that. Tours and stuff probably.
There's tickets.
Crazy hard to get tickets like everything else here, but let's take a look at
Oh yeah, that was on the list, Phantom of the Opera.
oh, that's super cool. This is the first church, I think, of Salem historically. And then next door is Allison's house. So, the Ropes Mansion, yeah. Absolutely beautiful day today. A lot warmer than yesterday, I would say. Whoops. Check it out.
So everything's so different.
Oh, we're so doing that. How crazy is that? We're gonna try to take a selfie in a minute, but there's this really cool walking trail behind the house. Oh, there's like a little pond and everything. Wow.
This is beautiful.
Very pretty.
Take a book, leave a book. Free library. First stairs door.
Yep, I got it. Whoa.
There's little koi fish in there.
A lot of them. So I forgot to hit record on this small clip at the Essex Peabody Museum. I think that's what it was called. I can never remember these names, but I figured I would just do a small voiceover during this section. So this is the waiting room, and the main point that I wanted to get across in that main area is it was $50 a ticket. And you guys heard me mention multiple times that bathrooms are just brutal to find in Salem, and it is worth the $50 just to go in that little entry atrium, like waiting area. It's not a waiting area, but just kind of like a cafeteria. The bathrooms were gorgeous and clean, and that is just huge when it comes to Salem. So again, it's worth $50 just to do that, because as long as you keep your ticket, you can exit and enter at any point during the day for one whole operational day of the museum. But as you guys can see, it was just a gorgeous museum, but definitely more along the lines of artwork, you could say. You know, there's just some things going on there that were very cool, very interesting, like this stick person going on here. But we are not, I don't know, maybe we're not cultured enough to understand artwork and just what it is. Although this egg thing was actually kind of cool, because you had to like look at it through the little magnifying glass, and I remember that being pretty awesome. I'm actually recording this voiceover like, geez, probably almost a month after this has happened. So, you know, I'm kind of riding along with you guys to figure out how it went in this museum. But there were a few different sections. Each one had unique pieces. But again, I kind of had it in my mind that it was more of a history museum, you could say, or something like a science museum, something fun like that, and less cultured. And to me, those are my favorite types of museums. And in this case, there was definitely some history-related things, like this shipping section. All these miniatures of famous ships and things were really cool to me. But again, it just, the artwork part was rough, but you guys can see a much better view of the cafeteria there, which I thought was really nice and really cool. The upstairs section didn't have quite as much, but what you guys are seeing there is the a house that was actually hand delivered and assembled from China, and more specifically an ancient house in China. This was a special that we bought tickets to, the Ying Yu Tan house. That doesn't sound right. Maybe it is, but this is crazy. So this house was originally built by architects in China, and it was actually moved all the way from China via cargo containers or whatever and rebuilt into this area right here. And the same family that historically lived in it from China simply moved here and continued to live in the house. So all of these things were identical, and this was probably the highlight of the museum. I want to say it was like an extra like 10 or 12 bucks to do this, and it was well worth it. It's probably going to take about 25, 30-ish minutes. Gorgeous, as you can see. There's like koi ponds in the middle, and just a very interesting house. It's so different than what we would consider a large mansion of the United States. So it's just very unique and cool experience. And again, if you're more into the artwork and other things, you will probably very much enjoy this museum. That's just not really our thing, but we still really enjoyed it. And, you know, the upstairs section, although they did have more Salem-related things, again, I was hoping for more history of Salem, but instead it was just kind of like pieces of artwork or clothing or whatever, and it was still cool, but I don't know. I would pay the money again just for the bathroom. So you guys can see the rest of this, and then we are going to get back into Salem and walk the streets and have some lunch.
So you're jaywalking?
Good.
Yep. Oh, look. What's all that?
I don't know. Okay, so we just ate at the tavern, which is
the hotel.
In the hotel. Yeah, the Hawthorne Hotel. That was the one. The tavern is different from the Village Tavern. I was talking about it with Mary. It's a little frustrating because I think some of the restaurants try to like bait and switch you into coming to there, but the original The Tavern has some of the best burgers in Salem, and I got the burger. It was very good. We're walking right now in the Commons, which is also in Hocus Pocus, which is pretty cool. I think it's like, what, 2 or 3 scenes, right? Yep. Either on this side or the other side. But really nice area. And we just got done with the Peabody Museum, which was also really cool. More of an art museum. And me and Mary just do real bad at the art museums. I can't focus, man. It's too much interpreting that I just can't do it. I just made that word up too, which is cool. So looks like there's a little bit of like a carnival or something. Whoop, wrong way. Over on that side, which is kind of cool. Overall, still a gorgeous day. We're going to try to go to the, what's the festival called tonight?
Night Fair.
The Night Fair. Probably won't be able to get tickets to that either, but that's all right. That's what we're trying.
We'll get tickets to one
That's
thing.
true. That's
He's
true.
being such a Debbie Downer.
I am being a Debbie Downer about it, but we're going to do what we can to get some tickets and see some cool stuff at night here in Salem. I think it's less well known. Behind us is the school that they came out of, and then down that way is where they walked, which actually makes geographical sense because Allison's house is that way, so it makes sense.
Very cool.
Makes sense. Very cool. Very demure.
Cool.
Very cool. That's gonna get overused in a hurry. We are here at 4:09, an hour early, and we might actually get inside of this place and see what the fair is all about. And it's the night fair, so it should have cool performers, not totally like haunted house, but I still might get scared and scream.
Joe's trying to convince himself it's not going to be scary. Their Instagram looks
pretty scary. I'm not a huge fan of being
jump scared.
Yes, jump scared. I hate the jump scares. I have no idea what to expect. The only thing we didn't get to today was Max's house in Hocus Pocus, but we're going to try to hit that in the morning. And this goes till 10 p.m. So we're going to go out, get in line now, and hopefully get inside.
It is going to get cold.
Yeah, I think so.
You want to cut?
Sure. There's the line.
This is nice.
Huh?
So we're pretty close to the front.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting to go like this.
No, me neither. We did the Faire, the night Faire, or something along those lines, and it was pretty interesting. It's so tough. I don't want to say it was overhyped, but I kind of want to say it was overhyped a little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
Just a little bit. The performers were incredible. Their makeup was super good.
We just
Masks
wanted more
were
of
super
them.
good. Yeah, exactly. We wanted more of the performers, and obviously I'm sure that's hard to do. But what I also think made it a little tough was that all the performers and the really cool stuff was right in the beginning, the first 50 to 100 feet of the entire festival, and then everything else was just vendors and food trucks and stuff. And the vendors,
More food trucks.
more food trucks would be cool. The vendors got a little repetitive. I won't lie to you guys. It's just kind of it's the same sort of deal. Really cool drawings, ointments and incense and stuff, and it's just kind of like that, over and over and over again. So I think if they would have scattered the performers all throughout the venue, it would have been a lot better. Just kind of break it all up, because you really felt like it was so cool, and then it was just oh, this is a totally different show, the moment that you walk through the rest of it. We got to meet some incredible friends of ours that are also actually traveling, and just coincidentally, literally as we were walking out to leave, they were walking in, and it worked out great to catch up with some friends. And that made the event really cool, because it kind of split everything up. Me and Mary walked around a few times, and within 25-30 minutes we were kind of okay, is that I don't know, is that it? We gave some tips to everybody, saw some cool stuff. I was too afraid to get the fortune from the really tall Wiccan person, just because I don't know, man. I'm standing there and I'm should I be doing this? Am I gonna get the one that's you're gonna die tomorrow? I don't know, I just don't want to do it. I don't want to. I already have a messed up mind already, so it is what it is. But I'm actually going to end part 2 of the Salem vlog series here. Tomorrow's going to be a day in Boston for a part 3 on this anniversary trip, and then we're going to hit up Salem at night tomorrow. So that should be pretty cool, and that is sadly the last night here in
Boston
Massachusetts.
tomorrow,
But Boston tomorrow is going to be so cool.
The Boston Yard.
See you guys tomorrow. Don't miss that episode. And as always, stay tuned for more great content coming soon.